Yo, what is up everyone? I hope everyone's having an amazing day. My name is Robin and today I got some gameplay for you guys against Katakuri. In this matchup, I would say preferably to go second just to delay the Big Mama turn, but playing this matchup a couple times, going first is a lot better as you curve way better into your Gadatsus and you can play a lot more aggressive. So getting back into this gameplay, we go on our 2-down turn. We do not play anything as we had no sure in hand, and this is our mulligan hand, which is really bad as we do not see any top end and a whole bunch of 2Ks and protection for us. So he decided to swing 5 with his lead to my lead, and I do decide to take as we need cards to see in mid game or late game, and we do see an ohm, which is great, so we have something to play on this turn. Right here, first off, we'll just swing 5 just to get rid of any like crazy triggers like Thunderbolt or Thor. He does decide to take the life. It doesn't look like he hit any triggers, and we play our ohm here. Look at top 5 for a dog, and we do find a dog, which is great as keeping our dog in hand as counter, or even if we find another ohm, and we pass our turn. So right here, Katakuri is going to be on his 5-down turn. So it's either Katakuri will build board again as playing another 4-drop and playing pudding, or either he could swing big at my life with Parasparrow and then swing another 7 with Katakuri, or even if he does run the 5-drop Randolph, he'll either play a 5-drop Randolph to have a big body for next turn. But instead he does decide to go more aggro on us and swing 7, so we do decide to take this first life. We hit a trigger, which is Inshura, hoping to hit a top end card as an Enel or even Ohm or Gadatsu. We do not hit any of them. We do hit a Amaru, which is okay for late game as we could rest any 4-cost blocker, but it would be amazing if we saw it in life just to heal 1. And he does swing 7. Look at his top life, and he does decide to keep it up top, so it must be a really good trigger. And we will decide to counter this one just to not go down to 1 yet, as I do not have a Yamato in hand. And he plays for 1 a pudding. Look at top 4, and he's most likely gonna find a 2K, and he does find a 2K counter and does top another one and place another pudding. So this is probably indicating that he doesn't have a lot of counter in hand, or he's still looking for his Big Mama, which is good on us. And he does decide to get a Brûlé, which is good. That means 1 less trigger out of his hand, and he passes. So we're going to be on our 6th turn, and we do get one of our top ends, which is 8-cost Katakuri. Looking at my hand, I do decide to play the Shirahoshi, as I do have a combo with Katakuri. This is really going to help me to find into my Yamato in the later turns as I really need it, and also help find some more 2K counters. So first off, I wanted to try to swing at Parasparrow to see if he would let it go, because I would rather not have him have a lot of bodies for endgame turn. And he does decide to counter for 1K, so I know he has a 2K counter in hand, so I do decide to swing 6 if he wants to give me that 2K counter. He lets it go, which is good, and he finds a 2K, which is good on him, and I will swing another 6. And he gives me the 2K that he got, and we will play the 5 to play that Shirahoshi. So the 3 cards we got is another top end in Katakuri and 2 blockers. Here I'm thinking on this card, so I'm thinking of keeping Thor to help protect more on Katakuris, and of course Amaru for late game, and I do decide to ditch these 2 blockers. I was thinking this maybe was a misplay, as I should have kept at least one of the Sanjis and got rid of the dog, as I probably or most likely won't play dog on the later turns. So that was probably a misplay on my part, and I do decide to pass here. And so now Katakuri is on his 7th turn, so this is probably the Big Mama turn for him, or he might be even playing Enel just to be more aggressive. He's thinking on what he wants to do here, and he does decide to swing 5 to my dog, so this is a big tell that he is dropping a 7-drop this turn. So I do decide to counter for a dog to protect the dog to have a body on board for next turn. And he does drop 7-drop Mom, and I do decide to give him a life. I think this was a misplay on my part. I should have just trashed the life instead of giving him a life, because I already knew that I was going to play 8 cost Katakuri next turn and just put Shirahoshi back in life. So this really gives him an extra turn for him. So first off, I'm just going to start swinging, see if he counters out, and he takes no trigger there. And he knows this one. I swing another 5. And he hits the Shirahoshi and draws 3. See what he discards here. Clicking on his discard, so he probably has a lot of good cards in hand. And he does decide to get rid of another 7 mom and Maru. So I swing a 6 to his lead, and he gives me a 2k, so we get at least 1 2k out of it. And we play that 8 drop and put Shirahoshi to life. And pass turn. Thinking about it now, I would be at 2 life, trashing. Thinking about it now, I should have just trashed the life, as I knew I was going to be at 2 life and he wouldn't need to swing at me 4 times for game. And if he did decide to put Dawn on his puddings, it would really cause him to slow down in tempo. So yeah, thinking about it now, I should have just trashed the life. So he does decide to put 1 Dawn on his Katakuri and swing 7 at my lead, look at top life, and keeps it there. And he does decide to swing 8 at my Ohm. I'm thinking to counter out of this, but both of us not realizing Ohm is at 5k. I only counter out to 8, which Ohm should have died here. And then he just taps 8 Dawn to play 2 Sanji blockers, which is a really smart move on his part, as he is really defensive for the next couple turns for his big mama turns. So he won't be dying anytime soon. So he passes turn here, and we go on our 10 Dawn turn. We do not have much plays to do and not a lot of counter in hand as well. So I'm thinking, what's the best play here? So there are 2 plays that I was thinking of. It's either I put Shura to life, putting me back to 4, and if he plays Big Mama, Shura gets trashed instead of Shirahoshi, so I give a chance for me to refill my hand. Or I was thinking of either putting 7 drop mom back to his life, but then I would know he'll be going back to 5. So I was thinking that might be okay still, having less attackers in the end game still. I think Shura was the better option than putting 7 mom to life. So first I will swing 8 to his Big Mama to see if he gives a counter or let it go, and we get a counter out of that. Put 1 Dawn on my, and I'll just swing 6 to his lead. Get rid of any like 2k counters in hand. And we do get rid of 1 2k counter. And then I'll swing another 5 to his lead, keeping 1 Dawn up for Elthor to protect Katakuri. And he's thinking on if he should counter it or not, and he takes it. And he does hit a trigger, so that gives him an extra attacker. And he does trash 1 card as well. And I played the 8 cost, and I did put 7 mom back to life. And I think this was a huge misplay on my part, and Cheryl was the better option here. And I passed my turn, and more likely he's playing 10 mom this turn. Plays the 10 drop. We lose value 1 Shirahoshi, which does really suck, but he has less attackers on board. So he swings 5 with Parasparrow, and we do not want to counter out of this attack, as we do need cards in hand. And I take the life. It's a trigger and beige, but I say it's not worth it, so I kept it in hand. And he's thinking if he should swing again. If he decides to swing again, it helps me as I can refill my hand again, because he doesn't have another attack to go off of it. And he does decide to pass. So we draw here, see what we get, and we do not see another top end card, which really does suck for us. No Yamato either. So right now there's not much I can do. This making the Shura play a better option there, where I could have had Shirahoshi to refill my hand that turn. So I was thinking here of trying to go for game, but there is no way I could actually go for game. If he hits one blocker trigger, it's pretty much GG. And he still had like 3 cards in hand, knowing that it could still be 2k counters. So here I had a couple options. It's either I just try to make my board wide again and play another Ohm, and see if I can get another dog for next turn, and then I'll just start swinging to Katakuri's life to get him down as much as possible and make him use as much of the Sanji as possible, and try to clear board and just lessen the amount of attacks for next turn, and see if he doesn't go for game and decides to just either play 10 drop instead, giving me a extra turn. So just thinking what's the best play. So first off, I'll want to swing 7 at the Perispero. Bad mistake where I should have just swing at life first before swinging to Perispero, because this makes him get another card, and he does hit the Big Mama, which is not good. So we know he could play Big Mama next turn for sure. And he could probably go for game, but I have enough counters if he decides to just play Big Mama the next turn. So best option here, I should have just played Ohm anyways, but I don't, and decide to just Amaru the Sanji and give 3k to my Shura, which is pretty good, but I would rather keep it in hand and save it for next turn if I'm able to survive. But deciding to do this now, I should mostly likely pressure his life now instead of the Sanji. And I do decide to put 2 more Dawn onto Shura and swing 7 at Sanji, which is a huge misplay on my part. This just gives a free block for him. Now I will start pressuring his life with the 2 Katakuris. So swinging 8 to his lead. First one, no trigger. Second one, he takes it as well. And if it looks like he hit a trigger, it's either he hit a Amaru, a blocker, or Thunderbolt, one of the 2. And he does hit Amaru, which was a good hit, making him stay at 3 or even back to 4 if he either plays Big Mama next turn. So right here I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dawn left. I should automatically play Ohm here just to set up for more attacks next turn and lead the 1 Dawn up for El Thor to protect myself. And I decide to swing 8 to his lead, which is a really weird number. Didn't know why I did that. I guess I wanted to bait him that I think I have double El Thor in hand and try not to go for game. But there he goes. He hits a trigger and hits a cracker, and he discards a Big Mama. And most likely he might not have another Big Mama in hand. So then we do decide to pass with 2 Dawn up. So he has 10 Dawn. A lot he could do here. He could swing big with Cracker, swing with Big Mama, and he first off swings 12 to my lead. I do have enough counter for this, but best option here is I should just take it, and then if he does decide to go big on his leader and Cracker, I could just counter out with the cards I have in hand, and if he does decide to swing with his blocker as well. So I hit a trigger, do not decide to play it since it's a 2k counter to protect myself, and I get rid of T-Bolt. So now he's thinking on what he should do. So I'm pretty sure he's thinking of swinging big with Cracker and his leader, and maybe try to swing with Shirahoshi to go for game. But he doesn't and decides to play another Big Mama, and there goes my last life. And now he can either now pressure my board. Actually, not pressure my board. He'll just pressure my life now again and get rid of counter. So he swings 5 to my lead. I give him a 1k counter with Om. And he swings 5 of my Shura. And I think I should have protected the Shura because I needed at least 5 attacks to go for game. And then I think he's thinking if he should actually swing with his blocker since I let the Shura go, but he doesn't and decides to pass. Alright, now here we have this top deck at least in Amaru to actually try to go for game. And we do not hit a Maru, which we only get another 2k counter. So now we absolutely cannot go for a game, and this game goes to Katakuri. So right here I'm just sticking on what I should do, and the best option here I could just do is swing at board. So I'm just gonna speed up the video till the end here and show you what I did. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and also check out our new channel where we post our POV videos without any commentary down in the description if you guys want to watch that as well. So I see you guys on the next one, and take care. Peace.